Hi, so this is Reg from Geek Podcast here with Ed Robertson, lead singer and frontman of the Barenaked Ladies. So first of all, I just want to say that was a fantastic show tonight. It was just phenomenal. So how does it feel to be back in the UK?
Oh, it's fantastic. We don't get over here enough. The crowds are amazing here. They're like nowhere else. People are very experienced music watchers here, you know, because between the festival culture and the fact that every band comes here to play, the audiences are just really unique here.
Yeah, I grew up with my uncle learning guitar, and the very first song I properly ever heard was from Gordon. And from that moment on, I was basically a Barenaked Ladies fan growing up, if I liked it or not. And then I absolutely just fell in love from that moment on. So when everyone moved into sort of the pop and the indie, I was always a follower of the Ladies. And it was just something that always resonated with me, the lyrics. And you still do it, you persist through. And I'd love to know your way that you get into your songwriting. Because obviously it's changed now that Steve's gone and you now accumulate as a band. How has it changed the process of writing a song?
Well, I think that the process of songwriting has been in a constant state of change for me. You know, you learn something with every song you write, you learn something with every record you make, and you learn something every time you go on tour. So, I mean, I think it's been a constant evolution for me. I think what I hope is happening with my writing is that it's getting less self-conscious. You know, I felt like this last record was quite effortless to write and record. It took me a long time to get going on the songs, but it was because I really just didn't want to force it, you know. I think the last record, All in Good Time, was quite a difficult record to make because there was a lot of figuring out, you know, how people were going to perceive it and how we were going to do it, and I think we kind of second-guessed ourselves all over the place on the last record. So with the experience of that and the success of touring that record, I think we really hit the ground running on this record, and I just felt really confident in my writing. I felt really confident in the band, and it's the most fun I've ever had making a record. We just totally had a blast.
I'd say here in the record you can hear the element of fun coming through, which resonates again with the videos. Odds are, I mean, I'm a massive Rooster Teeth fan. I absolutely love Rooster Teeth, which, if you don't know, it's a website that does a lot of gaming and information on there. You've done a video before with them, Captain Awesome, for City of Heroes, which, again, check it out on YouTube. It's on there.
Captain Dynamic.
Captain Dynamic, sorry, not
Yes.
Captain Awesome, Captain Dynamic. How did that come about? How did you join with Rooster Teeth? Because you've also done some voiceover work, haven't you, for them with Red versus Blue. How did that come around?
Yeah, I do the voice of Captain Butch Flowers on the Red versus Blue series. If you don't know it, Google Red versus Blue immediately, especially if you're a video game fan. It is the greatest thing ever. I just stumbled on it. I think they were written up in Games magazine, or it was either that or a Wired article or something. But I think it was the UK mag Games.
Right.
I don't know if it still exists, but I'm a total video game geek, and they mentioned this new art form called machinima, which is essentially animation but using game engines to do all the work. So I looked it up, and they were in like their first season at the time, and I just shot them an email and said, hey, I'm this guy in this band and I love what you do. I think it's hilarious. They wrote back, oh, we're big fans of you guys. And I said, oh, it's too bad we hadn't met sooner, because, you know, we're in pre-production rehearsal. We've got a big tour starting in 2 days. And Bernie said, well, we could have some stuff ready for you guys tomorrow. So they did like 6 custom animation spots with hilarious scripts and turned it around in like 10 hours. So we just became really good friends. We kept in touch. Whenever they ask me to do something, I do it, because they make me laugh, and they're awesome.
That's it. I mean, the new video for Odds Are, if you haven't watched it already, go on YouTube again or on the BNL website, watch the video. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, obviously the song is probably my favourite song off the album as well, if I'm completely honest, but superb. I suppose going back as well into your tour, at the moment, I went to see you last time you did the tour over here for All in Good Time, and the set list was very heavily focused, obviously, on your songs. Whereas this time round you've now altered the agenda and you've gone back in and you've found your feet again, going back in, gelled as a team. I mean, how does the set list sort of alter in your head? How do you decide what you're going to sort of play for each tour?
Funny, on the last tour, we really overthought that, and it was really important when we played what, and okay, we're going to do a song that Steve used to sing now, and we were really careful about what was around it, and now we just don't fucking care at all. It's now we just play whatever we feel like playing, and we get requests from people on Twitter and stuff, day of show, and we throw those into the set list. So we've got so much material now that, we can't make everybody happy, so what we try to do is just play the biggest hits and then use the rest of the set to just have fun and play stuff that we want to play and stuff that people want to hear. We're very fortunate that we have, we're doing a 90-minute set. We've got lots of time to sort of stretch out. I really like the acoustic section in the middle where we kind of strip things down. And
we go bluegrass with the microphone in the middle.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Adore that section. Really, really good.
Cool.
The other thing as well, just obviously been speaking to Boothby Crow. He wants to take Steve's place after Be My Yoko Ono. How do you feel about that? Because to be fair, that was the biggest surprise I think I've ever seen doing a tour. Like I said, I've been following you for years. I mean, was that pre-planned for a long time, or was it just a sort of off the cuff? You going to fly with this?
He did it with us on the American tour because we brought him over to open all the American shows, and we just had such fun doing it. So we wanted to give him the chance to do it at home.
I love the fact that he's been your support for every time in the UK for the past few years. And when you took him over to America, you took him on the Ships and Dips tour as well. Yeah. How did the American audience find him in the diverse? Because he's quite UK-ish with his sense of humour and so off the wall and oddball that sometimes when you take English humour to abroad, quite a few people don't get it, but they seem to love him as well. So, I mean, do you find that you prefer to have him over there, or would you usually go with, again, like a sort of an American comedian, or again you stick with Gusta quite a lot, don't you, as well?
Yeah. Well, we like to tour with people we like, and having
makes it easier.
Having Boothby open these shows is it's a really good time for us. I stand at the side of the stage every night and laugh along with the audience. I think he's just an incredible performer. It's great to get on stage and play with him, and he knocks Yoko out of the park when he comes up and does it with us. It's great fun.
Yeah, it was me to fair, that was superb. I remember a fair few years back we played when you'd done Royal Court Theatre in Liverpool, and we were outside actually playing some songs, and you walked past and you joined in with the crowd, and you picked up Dan's guitar, and while me and you walked up and down, I was playing the maracas at the time, I think it was, and we played a few songs up and down the crowd. And that's what I love about you, is the fact that you adore the crowd and you always bring them in. No matter how many people are waiting outside, you will stay to the very end. You don't see a lot of bands now do this. What makes the crowd so important for you that you want to stick and you make sure that everybody here has that show that you can always be remembered?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am without our audience. We have an amazing audience, and every band says they have an amazing audience, but the thing about our audience is other bands tell us we have the best fans. We're really lucky. We have a really supportive, intelligent fan base, and I'm just really grateful for that. So for me, it's just important to be grateful and be graceful around people, because no matter how tired I might be or how whatever's gone on with me, I know that, like, for people that are waiting outside or people who are in the show, the band means a lot to them, and those few moments are what they're going to get with us. So I just always try to be mindful of the fact that, because I'm a fan, I know how excited I get when I meet people that I'm really into. So I just always try to keep that in mind and know that you're the reason I have nice things.
Just no more planes. But as just one more question, and I will let you go in because I understand how cold it is out here.
In Canada, this is nothing. This is summer weather.
Obviously, it's become a part of history now for every single Barenaked Ladies album to be recorded. One song always gets done in the nude. Was that still the case with Grinning Streak?
Now that we've gotten older and a little sick of each other's nudity, the naked track has become less important to us. So the last couple records, we haven't bothered doing it because the reason we started doing it was it added this crazy excitement. Because we were young guys, it was something stupid to do. But now we've seen each other naked so much that it just doesn't change anything at all. So we didn't bother.
Fair enough. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
It's so nice to meet you. You've been my hero so many years, so
right on.
That's been superb. If you haven't already, go online, buy a ticket for the rest of the UK tour. You won't obviously regret it. It's superb. And obviously go out and buy Grinning Streak. So thank you very much, Ed.
Cheers.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Cheers.
G.E.E.K 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 G.E.E.K